So yeah, we started with 20K something. We're at 2.85 for the monthly revenue. That's where we're at. And hopefully the next time I'll be talking, we'll be speaking double digits in revenue.
Of course. Yeah.
It feels
Yeah.
doable. Yes. At least like you've given me that confidence that we can achieve that. So,
No, no, we will going to
yeah.
achieve it. We have that confidence about the brand, about the product, and of course, we are going to achieve it. Right now, I am with Aditi, a founder of a Q1, and Q1 is an Indian teen brand which is working especially on teenagers from 9 to 19. And this is fully centric to girls, women. And yeah, Aditi will going to share some reviews about Arlox. So yes, Aditi, ball is in your hand. Please start. Yeah.
Right. So, I think my association began sometime last year,
Yeah.
is when I'd spoken to, I was in touch with Kabir and Dennis.
Yeah.
I think onboarding happened with Kabir, and then Dennis is the person I've been in touch with regarding ads. We started, we associated last year, but the work started this year. That's primarily because of things at our end that could took a little time. And I think we started working in the last week of Feb. And Okay, let me quickly jump into the things that have worked so far for
Yeah.
me personally. One is I think the communication is very precise and concise. It's very to the point. Uh, Whatever is communicated, whether it's a meeting or whether it is discussing the plan forward, it is extremely concise and to the point. There is no beating around the bush, which has been my experience with other companies uh, that I've spoken to in the past. So that is something that's really works because then it gives you a sense that you know you're not here to bullshit, but you're staying focused on what matters, and that is what we're going to talk about. Uh, Two, yes, there is optimistic approach, but I feel like it is closely in touch with what is realistically doable because optimism is promised by everybody that we can get the moon for you. But I appreciate that we're close to reality and we stay in touch with reality of what's happening and what we're going after. That is appreciated for sure. Three is I I believe all of the data is being recorded, uh, and it is meticulously recorded. And on any of my review calls with Dennis, that is what gets pulled up, and he takes me through the numbers at a very high level, the numbers that matter. On a week on week, on a day on day basis, what's happening. At least a day on day basis, the numbers are there with him. On a week on week basis, I get a sense of where are we headed and what's happening and what we need to focus on. Fourth, the entire creative process has been handled by the team itself. Uh, During the onboarding, there was a really elaborate document that I had to fill out, which felt like a big task at that point. But the idea was to grab uh, what is it about the product and who is our customer to understand the nuance of that. And I believe that is kind of being applied into the creatives that are getting generated. So entire creative process is completely handled by the team, uh, which is and it has shown results. So we've definitely seen a growth month on month. Our numbers have gone in the upward trajectory for sure. So, so in that sense, there is no question. Of course, there are always like a bunch of smaller questions. There is more understanding that I want to have as a founder. Uh, why? Why is it working? What do we know now? All of that is there, which is why we're here for the call. But on a larger level, so far these things have worked uh, well. It feels I haven't gotten into the depth of any kind of um, tabulations that you guys maintain so far, and I want to do that. I would like to do that because I would like to know more about what's happening. But at least it gives me a feeling that things are being tracked and it is going in a planned way, and there is a method that is being followed to go where we are going. So far that has been good. Um, yeah,
Perfect. Aditi, what was your
I
before
can.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I was asking, what was your before revenue when you were coming to Arlox, and right now, what is it? And if we want to know about the percentage of the growth, what are you seeing right now?
So I started my journey with Arlox. There's been a gap in between. So we were completely at zero revenue. And I started my journey with Arlox again. And yeah, I mean, we've seen a tremendous growth month on month. Cannot be denied. In terms of percentage, it is a significantly high number. So that growth is definitely coming in. It's been a journey of will be about 4 months now. Yeah.
And where are we right now? At what revenue we are at right now?
We are looking at we're doing about we're aiming 3 lakhs per month right now in terms of revenue. Is what we're looking at for the month of May, which is where we're talking right now. And we started from
Yeah.
zero, like I said, 3 months ago.
So
Yeah,
how do you
that's right.
feeling it? And tell me about like I cannot see the happiness in your face. Is it is it the founder face or is it something else?
So it's a bunch of things. It's in the morning here, and I've had a very late night,
Yeah.
so that is contributing to this
Okay.
as well. So I'm happy that it's definitely very reassuring because it's given me a. So one thing for me that what I primarily wanted to do this time was to quickly test because this was a completely new collection.
Yeah.
They were completely new products. So my conversation initially with Dennis was that I want to sell a significant amount to figure out what kind of feedback I'm getting from the audiences for me to plan my rest of my inventory and plan what this may look like or what we need to change because it was completely new than what we've done before. We changed our sizing, we changed our whole collection approach, what we had planned in terms of products.
Yeah.
Everything was from scratch zero. So that testing was really important. And it was important to do that testing in a stipulated period of time because our production cycles run longer than most of the apparel industry because it's in a way it's a little more technical and all of that. So that testing was really important for us as a brand, and we've been able to do that. So there is a vote of confidence that okay, on the product front, right? We know at least what has worked,
Mhm.
what feedback we've received in a decent amount of time. So that helps us kind of quickly move on to the next, right? So, yes, revenue is something I want to work on. I want to push a little more on the revenue front for sure. Because I have an annual goal that I have to meet for me to make business sense out of this. But at least, like, one of the things that I wanted to achieve in the first 2 to 3 months of being associated I at least know the product is working. I have feedback on the product. That really helps me plan for ahead easily, right? So that has definitely been a plus. And I'm happy. I'm, of course, happy. But the other side is, like you said, the founder vibe, and you're in it, and you're looking at multiple directions and numbers, and you're like, okay, things have to get moving
Yeah.
even more now. So, yeah, that's the other part of it.
What is the difference which you can see before Arlox? Like you were working some agency, I guess, with some agency. What is the two, three difference if you can tell us that where Arlox can take a step ahead?
Has already taken a step ahead, or
No, no. Like, what is the basic difference which you find between your old agency and right now with Arlox as a partner?
I think it's very method and very at least it gives me a sense that it's systemized. There's a system to things, there's a method to things. The talking and the execution are not poles apart,
Yeah.
right? What we are talking versus what we're delivering on is at least not like poles apart in like different directions. And there is that has been one thing. Two, it has been seamless so far working. It hasn't been crazy, or there's not been a lot of back and forth on things. I think what is important for the company has been for us as a brand to achieve the results we want has been prioritized, because on the creatives front, right? Like the entire thing, we exchanged a few creatives, we shared raw files. It started with that, and then it moved to a point where the creative journey was taken over by Arlox based on, hey, we think this may work, so we want to try it out, right? So what was required to achieve the results so far has been executed. And I hope that trajectory maintained for us to have a fruitful, beneficial association on both fronts.
Perfect. Anything which you want to, or are you going to suggest Arlox to your fellow founders or something like that?
I would, I would want to spend a few more months, to be honest, and get more crazy results. Uh, but it's been a smooth journey, because when you're starting out, there is so much you're fighting on a day-to-day basis already. On this front, it has been less of a fight. It's not been a fight, right? So at least one area is, it's getting delivered on, right?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. And it is a very crucial part, because your entire revenue when you're starting out is dependent on this. And you need that sales happening, you need that money coming in. So it's very, very crucial, and it's been peaceful. You're not fighting out here on a day to day. Yeah.
Like you were talking about the creatives also. Do you remember any creative which made you think like okay, how Arlox is making these kind of videos? I have not given any kind of raw files like that. Any kind of creative which you thought that okay, it is going good, how they are making it.
I'm not able to recollect one, but I do remember discussing with Dennis on, I believe all of the creatives at this point are AI generated,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So I had my apprehensions initially when we had rolled out the first one. I had big apprehensions. I had communicated the same with Dennis that, uh, I don't know, do you really think this is going to work? Like, you know, but he's like, we've tried, we've had experience. Let us give it a shot. Doesn't, we can always scrap it and continue on the path that we want to. I said okay, and then at that point, I remember we were running one that we had kind of created our end, like a very organic video, and the other was the AI generated video, and the results outperformed here. So yeah, I can't pinpoint one. So personally, it's not something that I was always apprehensive. How is this going to work? But results show that it's working, so I have nothing to question on that.
Perfect. Any last thing which
Yeah.
you want to say to the Arlogs because we are going to end this review session?
Uh
Any suggestion,
no, no.
anything?
Uh Suggestions? Yes, I have one.
Yeah.
But I mean, but it's more something that I think I also want to kind of tune in and figure out a way how we can meet on at least a week to week basis. So results come in, yes, but as a founder, I want to know the depth of things.
Yeah.
It's my job, and I would like to know, right?
Mhm.
It's a big part of my business. So I would like some kind of a mechanism where at least some weekly report. I know a video gets shared and a screen gets shown there, but I want to have access to a file that I can review and look at and go in a little more depth at my end also, right? And some mechanism where there's a week to week we're discussing at least on a week to week basis what's happening. Even if there are no changes, it gives me some peace that, okay, where are we going? What's happening? Right?
Yeah.
I can see the dashboard, I can access everything on my own. But it makes a lot of difference when I'm communicating with the person who's running the show,
Yeah.
right? And like I said, that's also something that I need to kind of tune into, because I've not been able to get into that schedule.
Yeah.
But I would definitely like a week on week call and like a download and a report that I have access to. Number one, and two, uh, at least a month on month basis, very clear roadmap which can keep evolving. I'm okay if it changes
Yeah.
because that's meant to happen. That's
Mhm.
fine. That's perfectly fine. That's acceptable, right? If we need to change something because we're not seeing things go the way we are, or it's going even better than what we expected, so we need to evolve and change. That's fine. But a more some sort of a roadmap, because that will which I've been given on a high level, but I would like to see it more with more specifics,
Yeah.
because I know you guys already work in a system. There is a thought process to what you're doing. I would also like to view that for my business. I would like to be a part of that thought process and
So,
view it,
yeah,
not just in conversation. Yeah,
I got it. Like you just don't want to have updates about things. You want to get involved about how we going to process and what we are thinking about Q1. I got it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And somewhere we can put this down and it gets tracked. We're able to look at that sheet every week and have a quick discussion, quick review. If I have any concerns, I bring that up. If you guys have any feedback that we need to implement, we do put that in place.
Perfect. Uh, just to summarize full this review, if you have to now
Yes, please.
tell the numbers, because we are talking about the numbers and the percentage. So just summarize it and give us that from X number to Y number in how many days we have achieved, and what is the next target you want to give us.
Okay. So you want me to take you month on month to how where we've been on numbers?
No, just you can start it. Ki January we were doing this, now we are doing this, and from this 3 months we have gone into, I guess, 5,000% of increase in the revenue. That's the number which Shopify is showing, by the way. So so
Yeah.
you can mention this thing also, that Shopify is telling me that we are going 5,000 increment in our revenue or scaling.
Yeah. So when okay, so based on what you are looking for, I started my association with Arlox the last week of Feb. Prior to which we had gone live on our website. We had very sporadic, probably like 5-10 orders that we had done in the whole of maybe 10-12 orders we've done between Jan to Feb, till third week of Feb. And the last week of Feb, we did about 20K odd, 20,000 something is when we'd onboarded and we started running ads. And we are right now in May, last week of May, and uh, we're looking to close the month between, like, hopefully between 2.8 to 3. So and that has happened in the last 3 months. Like, this is our proper third month of being associated and actually running ads. So that is where we are at in terms of run rate. We've been able to maintain the same AOV, which is good. We've um Our ROAS is something that has improved from month one to now. It has. It's still a little away from where we want to be, but at least it's in the trajectory of where it's showing improvement or staying consistent, not dropping significantly or anything.
Perfect.